Good morning, children. In the previous class, we learned about the speed and velocity. In the speed, we learned about the average speed as well as instantaneous speed. Instantaneous speed is the speed in which the speed at a particular interval of time, whereas the average speed is the speed in which it is the total distance to the total time taken. And whereas we learned about the velocity also. Velocity means the displacement by time, that means the displacement of a body per unit time is called as the velocity. In the velocity also we learned about the average velocity and the instantaneous velocity. Okay, instantaneous velocity means the velocity at a particular interval of time is called as instantaneous velocity. And whereas the average velocity is given as total displacement taken by total time taken. Total displacement. Okay, total displacement taken by the total time taken. Total displacement by the total time. It is called as the what? Average velocity. Now, in your textbook, they have given few questions, madam. Okay, just we go through these problems or questions. What is the average speed of the car if it covers 200 kilometers in 5 hours? He is asking the average speed of car. Average speed of car. Okay, average speed of car. If it covers 200 kilometers in 5 hours. In 5 hours. Okay, that means the speed is equals to distance by time. Normally we define average speed is nothing but the average speed is defined as the total distance by the total distance, the ratio of total distance to the total time taken. Total time taken. Okay, total distance. Okay, total distance. Here distance is taken as, total distance is given as 200 kilometers, whereas the total time given as 5 hours. Therefore, what is the average speed? Average speed is total distance by total time. 200 by 5. 5 ones are 5 fours are. Therefore, that is equals to 40. Okay, what is the units of the average speed or speed? Kilometer per hour. Kilometer per hour. Okay, kilometer per hour is the 40 kilometers per hour is the what? The average speed of the car for the given problem. Okay. Next question. He has given that. When does the average velocity become zero? When does the average velocity become zero? The average velocity becomes zero when the average velocity becomes zero when the displacement is zero. Okay, average velocity becomes zero when the displacement is zero. Average velocity is zero when displacement is zero. When displacement is zero. When does the displacement is zero? When do the displacement is zero? Displacement is zero when the initial position and final position are same. Initial position and final position are same. And final position are same. Okay, are same. Then displacement is zero. Displacement is zero. Okay. Now, in the same way, next question. When? This is the answer for this question. When does the average velocity is zero? Okay. Next, another question. Here it is there. That is, a man used his car These are the questions from the think and discuss. Think and discuss. Okay. A man used his car. The initial and final odometer reading. Odometer is the device which is used to measure the distance. Okay. Odometer is the device which is used to measure the distance. Okay. Normally on the bike you will be giving in the rectangular box. Normally on the bikes you will be having of a spherical, some lights will be blown over there, that is the speedometer. Speedometer, it is used to measure the speed, instantaneous speed of the vehicle. Whereas here in the between we will be having a reading, not only for the bike, we will be having for the even car also. There you can able to see that reading, that means the kilometers reading can be seen. Okay. Therefore, what is that kilometer reading will give? The kilometer reading gives the distance traveled. Okay. Therefore, here the distance traveled is given. Odometer readings are 4849. Odometer is a device which is used to measure the distance. Odometer is a device which is used to measure the distance. Okay. Here, initial odometer reading. Initial distance. Odometer gives the distance. Initial distance is 4849 and 5549. Okay. Final distance is also given. Final distance is also given. That is 5549. 5549. Initial and final odometer readings are, okay, 4849 and 5549 respectively. The journey time is 70 hours. Journey time. Journey time. That is time. Time is given. That is equal to 70 hours. Okay, 70 hours. What is the average speed during the journey? She is asking the average speed during the journey. During the journey. Average speed. Normally, here initial distance is given, final distance is given. Average speed is nothing but average speed is given by the total distance travelled by the total time taken. Total distance travelled by the total time taken. Average speed is equals to total distance. Total distance by total time. Total time. Total distance by total time is the average speed. Okay. Now we can see this average speed reading. Total distance is, we don't know the total distance. Therefore, what we should do to find the total distance? Total distance. If it is given like this, total distance is equals to final reading minus initial reading. Final reading. Final reading minus initial reading. Initial means starting. Final means the last. Okay. What is the final reading here? 5549 minus 4840. Okay. 15 minus 8 is 7. Okay. 700. What is the total distance traveled? 700. What is the time given? 70 hours. Therefore, average speed is equals to 700 by 70. That is equals to 10 km per hour. 10 km per hour is the average speed. Okay, average speed of the car. Okay. Now, in the same way, here already I said that the units of the speed is meter per second. In the same way, units of velocity also meter per second. Units of the speed as well as the velocity is meter per second. Therefore, what is the, now here can we convert this kilometer per hour into meter per second? Just we see. Okay. Can we convert the kilometer per hour into the meter per second? Okay. Conversion of kilometer per hour into meter per second. Meter per second. Okay. Okay. Now look at here. Kilometer per hour. 1 kilometer is equals to 1000 meter. 1 hour is equals to seconds. 3600 seconds. Why? Because 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. 1 minute is equals to 60 seconds. Therefore, 6 6 are 36. 3600 seconds. 1 hour is equal to 3600 seconds. Therefore, 1 kilometer per hour means 1 kilometer by 1 hour. That is equal to 1000 by what? 1000 by 3600. 0 0 0 0. 2 5s are 2 8. Therefore, 1 kilometer per hour is equals to 5 by 18 meter per second. 5 by 18 meter per second. 5 by 18 meter per second is equals to 1 kilometer per hour. Okay. Therefore, can we convert this meter per second into kilometer per hour? Yes, same way. 1 meter per second is equals to 1 kilometer per hour. Therefore here, okay, to convert the kilometer per hour into meter per second, we should multiply the given number by 5 by 18. We should multiply the given number by 5 by 18. Let us do from some problems. Okay, convert what 60 kilometer per hour into meter per second. Therefore, to convert directly we can do 60 kilometer per hour to convert into dash meter per second. Therefore, just multiply 60 into 5 by 18. Okay, 2 9s are 2 30s are. Okay, 3 10s are 3 3s are. Okay, 10 5s are 50. 50 by 3 meter per second. 50 by 3 meter per second. Okay, like that we can able to find the kilometer per hour into the meter per second. Next, one more. Convert 72 kilometer per hour into meter per second. Therefore, directly 780 into 5 by 18. 18 ones are 18 fours or 2 9s are. Okay, let us do this 2 9s. 2 9s are 2 36 are 9 ones are 9 fours. 4 5s are 20 meter per second. Okay, 72 kilometer per hour. When we convert into meter per second, we get 20 meter per second. In the same way, to convert meter per second into kilometer per hour, we should multiply the given number by 18 by 5. By 18 by 5 to convert the meter per second into kilometer per hour, reciprocal of that. That is, we should multiply that number by the 18 by 5. Therefore, how we can do this problems? Convert 30 meter per second into kilometer per hour. Therefore, directly 30 into 18 by 5 1s are 5 6 into 18. 6 8s are 48. 6 plus 1 108 kilometer per hour. Okay. One more problem. Convert 40 meter per second into kilometer per hour. That is 40 into 18 by 5 that is 5 1 ja 5 4 ja 18 4 ja 4 8 ja 32 72 kilometer per hour. Okay, 72 kilometer per hour. Therefore, to convert meter per second into kilometer per hour, we should multiply it by 18 by 5, and to convert the meter per second into kilometer per hour, we should multiply it by 5 by 18. To convert kilometer per hour into meter per second, we should multiply the given number by 5 by 18. To convert the meter per second into kilometer per hour, we should multiply the reciprocal, that is 18 by 5. Okay. Next, we see the distance time graph, or the speed graph is speed graph. Speed is given by speed is equals to distance by time. Okay, speed is given as distance by time. Distance should be taken on the x-axis. Distance always should be taken on the x-axis, and time should be taken on the y-axis. Why? Because time is a scalar quantity. There are time is a fundamental quantity. All the fundamental quantities should be taken on the x-axis. Therefore, time here should be taken on the x-axis. Therefore, your distance by time graph. Okay, distance by time graph we represent. Okay, in this, if you want to find the instantaneous speed. Okay, instantaneous speed. To find the instantaneous speed. Okay, instantaneous speed is given by the slope of the graph. It is given by the slope of the graph. How to get the slope of the graph? By taking the distance and the displacement. Okay, now look at here. Now we see here. Okay, here S1 we are taking, and here we are taking out the T1. S is the time, distance. The distance is denoted by the letter S. Time is denoted by the letter T. Therefore, here S1 means the distance, first distance. It is taken as S1. Next T1 is the here T1 is the first time. Okay, first time. Therefore, S1 T1. Next, in the same way, here T2. Okay, now look at here. In the middle we will be taking, okay, here we will be taking the T2, sorry. Here is the S2. Middle one we are taking as S3. Okay, S3, S1, S2, S3. Okay, S1, S2, S3. These are the different distances we have taken. Whereas here T1, T3, T2. We have taken the T1, T2, T2. That means T1 is the first time, second, third time, and as well as the the last time. Okay. Next, if in order to find the average distance, S3 by T3, average speed, S3, middle one, S3 by T3 is equals to S2 minus S1. Differences in the distance by the T2 minus T1. Normally, already we discussed that average speed is measured by using of a formula, that is S by T. Therefore, average speed is taken as S2 minus S1 by T2 minus T1. Now, when we join this one, here we are having. Therefore, here if we draw a slope passing this one, okay, this slope of the line, the slope of the line gives the instantaneous speed. Instantaneous speed. That means if the slope of the line is greater, then the speed is high. If the slope of the line is very less, then the speed is less. Okay, this is about how to find instantaneous speed as well as the average speed. Average speed cannot be plotted on a graph, whereas the instantaneous speed can be plotted on a graph. How? By the slope of the line. If the slope is greater, the speed is high. The slope is less, the speed is low. Okay, and here you can see that, okay, the speed gives how fast, the speed gives the idea how fast the body moves. The speed gives the idea that how fast the body is moving. Okay, the remaining we will be learning in the next class. Thank you.